All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you guys remember the rumors that were going around when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows and Yasuke apparently, potentially anyway, being gay or some form of bisexual, and also Naoe was going to be gay or bisexual as well? Well, apparently there's a new report coming out that is claiming this to be absolute fact and the truth. It's an article from That Park Place with a headline that reads, "New report claims same-sex romance options are confirmed for Assassin's Creed Shadows."
For a modern gaming audience.
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not too shocking considering that when you start looking into who's been designing this game and who has been actually consulting on this game, you know, the DEI consultants that they hired for it, when you start realizing who's been doing this, gay relationships for Yasuke and Naoe are actually not that shocking, right? The woman who is a DEI consultant on this game, the one who is a Japanese expert, she specializes in basically researching gay relationships between ancient Buddhas. Like that's what her specialty is. And Ubisoft was like, yep, that sounds like something we need. Come on down and work with us and be our consultant. And that's what we're doing. So anyway, guys, let's get into this article from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says a new report claims that Ubisoft is indeed including same-sex romance options for the upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows video game. YouTuber Joy Raptor reported on X that both Yasuke and Naoe have unique romances, so different characters that they can romance instead of the same. He then added that same-sex romance is back for both characters. I mean, oh my god. I wonder if all the people who are shilling for DEI and they were trying to pass it off as Yasuke being this like super, I don't know, like representative thing in Japan. I wonder all the black people who are shilling for this stuff, I wonder how they feel knowing that some white leftist over at Ubisoft decided to make not only represent you as a fake samurai, but also decide to make you gay. Like that's the whole thing on top of that, or bisexual, whatever the case may be. I hope you realize that you are happy with your representation, because they went all the way. You're gonna be banging dudes, my guy, in this video game. If you look at this list here from Joy Raptor, here's what he says. It says, well, actually, let's break it down here. It says in a YouTube video, Joy Raptor added romance are back and seems like they're going to work a bit different this time. For one, just like in Odyssey and Valhalla, we can still choose to pursue romantic relationships or not. But because there are two completely different playable characters, they will now have their own unique romances. While in Odyssey, for example, both Alexios and Cassandra had the exact same options. He continued that there will be same-sex romance options for both characters, just like previous RPGs, but it seems that the overall focus is a lot more on platonic relationships, so without the romantic features. The game's associate narrative director, Brooke Davies, informed Joe Raptor, "I think something that's unique in Shadows is that we're going to have some more developed relationships, a change to really get close to people, get to know people, all sorts of different relationships for Naoe and Yasuke to explore." Davies then added, "So it's not like a dating simulator, like we have to do really more serious relationships, a long-term relationship to develop, some lighter romances as well, but you get to know some of these people quite well and pursue something." So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's all fine and dandy. I wonder why there seems to be this obsession when talking about relationships in all of these video games now. They're doing the same exact thing with Dragon Age Veilguard, where they're trying to do all their marketing based off who you can fuck, and it's the weirdest thing, because it's like there's so much other aspects to the game that you should be able to talk about, unless, you know, the rest of the stuff is so boring that the only exciting thing is who you can have sex with in the game, which, don't get it twisted, for these people, it is probably the most exciting thing, right? This is probably what is the top tier thing when it comes to actually developing the video game. How many people can they have the main character sleep with, right? It's all based in their ideology, and they're trying to pass it off to the video game. It's quite unfortunate that now they're not only are they using Yasuke, but they're deciding to make him potentially gay, which is just a double whammy to Japanese people, first off, because that's not exactly super popular, you know, in their culture. But you're trying to do a double whammy by using Yasuke and making him gay, and you're also kind of insulting black people too by making him gay as well. It's just one of those things where they're going to try to say, well, you know what, it doesn't matter, it's an inclusive world, gay people exist, blah blah blah. They completely want to ignore the actual ideology of the people that they're trying to represent, which is hilarious to me, because if they just looked at it, they will realize that everything that they're doing is not exactly the best decision. It says, as for who can be romance, Joe Raptor speculated, we already know about some key characters like Oda Nobunaga. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if they make Yasuke able to bang Oda Nobunaga, this is going to be one of the biggest backlashes we have seen in gaming history. I'm telling you right now, Oda Nobunaga is going to be getting railed from Yasuke. And if Yasuke, oh my God, just the idea and thought of it, the internet would lose its mind if that shit actually went down. And you know what? At this point, I kind of want to see it happen. I kind of do. I want to see all the shills out there see themselves. You know, the ones who say, oh, I can see myself in Yasuke. You know, you just hate black people. Okay, no problem. I want you to see yourself getting railed by Oda Nobunaga, or I want to see you see yourself in Yasuke railing Oda Nobunaga. That's what I want to see. And then I want to see you on Twitter talk about how excited you are to see yourself in Yasuke again, because you know most of them are going to go awfully quiet if that ends up being the truth. One of the most powerful men in this era who would give a prominent role to Yasuke in his army, and how do you say that? Fujibayashi Nagato, Naoe's father. But there will be way more characters we meet, of course, that we don't know yet about, and some can be romance. He also stated, by the way, also learned that we cannot miss any romance options depending on choices. Man, ladies and gentlemen, this Assassin's Creed Shadows thing is getting pretty damn insane. I gotta tell you, I don't know how much more they can disrespect Japanese people between the terrible merchandise that they were trying to showcase at the event that they recently had for the pre-launch of the game, where they were using stuff that they bought from Amazon and they try to pass it off as real Japanese art and whatnot. I just find it quite amazing that they are just continuing to dig themselves into a deeper and deeper hole, and I cannot wait for this game to eventually come out so we can get some sales numbers, because I don't think this game is going to be a failure. I really don't. But I don't think this game is going to be as popular as the previous Assassin's Creed. And if it is, I'll admit I was wrong. No problem. That's fine. But I just don't see it happening. There's just too much negativity surrounding this game for the worldwide numbers to be anywhere close to the previous ones. But I guess time is going to tell. This apparent confirmation comes in the wake of a blog post published by Ubisoft in May that stated Naoe and Yasuke's disparate personalities also lead them to have different relationships and rapport with other characters, and they don't always feel the same way about people, nor do people always feel the same way about them. Next, they discuss romance options romantically. They will also attract and be attracted to different types of people. Through the pair, players will get to experience a multitude of relationships. Yeah, so essentially they're going to bang everybody. That's basically it. And it seems like that's a common practice that's been happening in a lot of video games lately. Just look at Dragon Age Veilguard, for example, where your character has no preferences whatsoever. None of the characters have preferences. All the characters want to bang everyone else, and it's just a consistent thing. This is what they want to do. This is what they're going to continue to do, and it's only a matter of time before it continues to get worse. So we'll find out more information as we get closer and closer to release, but just realize that the chances of Yasuke banging Oda Nobunaga just got a lot higher. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.